the biggest thing that everyone was talking about in AEW was Bryan Danielson, right? Was recently assaulted from his brother's friend, John Moxley.
Yeah, so that was not to watch that live. Crazy.
Freaking suffocated.
Yeah.
And so he obviously wasn't on AEW Dynamite selling the injuries and whatnot. But apparently, everyone's gunning for him. One of which is Nigel McGuinness, live on the mic, calling him out. Going to be fighting Bryan Danielson at AEW Grand Slam. This makes no sense, in my opinion. And some people are confused on threads. Puddy, what are your thoughts on this? Because John Moxley earlier that night told Darby Allin, hey, your title match ain't happening. Bryan Danielson can't compete. So I want to face you for that title opportunity. And then now this? What's going on?
We got to see what happens next week. That's the week before the show. Somehow Daniel Bryan's not cleared to wrestle. So that's why the title option is gone at Grand Slam. But this rivalry with Nigel McGuinness has been brewing for years and years, even before AEW even existed.
I'm not shitting on that.
So if you're going to his Daniel Bryan's farewell tour.
Farewell tour.
Yeah. Nigel McGuinness has to be a stop in that tour.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Only I can do that. Only works when I say that for some reason. So this has to be a stop. Why is Daniel Bryan not defending the title but going against Nigel McGuinness? That should be answered next week on Dynamite, if not this week on Collision.
But apparently, the thing is, like the whole thing was John Moxley talking to Darby Allin was the fact that Bryan Danielson was not going to be cleared for AEW Grand Slam. The title opportunity was supposed to be at Grand Slam with Darby Allin versus Bryan Danielson, and John Moxley said no, that's not happening. But now Bryan Danielson is cleared.
They got to give you some sort of explanation. If they don't give an explanation, it'll be weird. So I don't think they're going to have to say something as to why this is happening and not this match. They're going to have to give you explanation.
Like, was John Moxley just fucking with Darby Allin?
Also possible. He called him out. Maybe he mentally fucked with him to get out of that championship match. He wants it. It's a mental jiu-jitsu.
And then you have Christian Cage just
lurking
in the wings waiting. Yeah.
Money in the Bank. Smartest move they made. Turning it into a Money in the Bank. Great. Can't wait. Now Christian holding it. Signing time. Can't see what he does.
Bryan Danielson obviously not going to show up 100% if he shows up to AEW Grand Slam.
Yeah. Which he will. It's a non-title, so could he lose?
Exactly. It is a non-title.
Yeah.
So like basically anything can happen here. We could even possibly see somewhere in between that match, like these two standing off, fighting each other in the middle of the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Christian Cage get involved. You see John Moxley get involved. And all of a sudden that leads to a tag team, possibly.
Nah. This rivalry has been brewing for years. You gotta need some sort of payoff here. One last hurrah.
We didn't get a payoff with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. That went to a time finish. And there was nothing to be done afterwards again.
Yeah, but also now he's not there anymore. Yeah, this is already there. You're brewing for years. Again, pre-AEW. Get the fans what they want. Especially he's been milking it for months and months, not years on commentary. This has been brewing. Now's the time to strike.
I know. I do understand why the match is happening. I do understand it. However, and I think that's awesome. That's going to happen. I just how it's come to be and how like they definitely need to clear this up because it just
3 shows.
It just seems like lazy storytelling. That's what it seems like. Hey man, I'm going to just keep it real. Like again, what am I supposed to do? Just fake it? Like,
yeah.
For the record, I do not hate AEW.
Is the Jersey water? Is it if you had a lot of Jersey water talking? Maybe this is.
Jersey water does taste different, by the way. It does taste different.
Of course it does. Gross. It's fucking New Jersey, polluted with garbage.
I mean, technically, is it New York water like
the healthiest ever? Yeah.
No, it's not the healthiest. It's like
water in the country.
The germs in the water, whatever. I don't know. Anywho, science was not before today. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Like I've spoken a lot about AEW. Obviously, I am not happy with them right now. That doesn't mean I'm a hater. I think this is going to be a tremendous match. That's a positive I'll say about it. But like, we need answers.